All right, so we will start just at the top of the mat. So getting yourself ready into a standing position at the top of the mat, and have a little look at your feet. You want to have a nice space in between your feet there. Toes facing forwards, heels slightly out. And then close your eyes. Just rest your hands down by your side, palms facing forwards. With the eyes closed, just start to breathe in and out through your nose. And as you find that lovely steady rhythm, notice how your feet feel pressing into the earth. You could rock forwards and back a little bit into the toes and into the heels. Just finding where the weight is equally distributed through the whole of the feet. Feeling the back of the neck nice and long, crown of the head to the sky. Then bringing the palms together. As you breathe in, lift the arms up to the sky. And as you breathe out, we'll fold forwards and hinge from the hips, nice and easy. Inhaling, lifting the head and chest up. And then exhaling, bending the knees, hands on the floor, step your right leg back, step your left leg back, and then lower the knees. Release your feet and sit your hips back into your heels. Relax the forehead on the floor. Breathe in, let the belly expand. And then as you breathe out, let the body relax. One more breath, inhale, chest forwards. Exhale, relaxing into the legs. Looking forwards, come up onto all fours. Tuck your toes and lift the hips up into a down dog. It doesn't have to be a big down dog. Knees can be bent. You can wiggle the hips. And we'll step the right foot to the top of the mat. And the left foot to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift the head and chest up. And then exhale and fold it forwards. Roll your way up, come up to standing. And then press your palms together, lift the arms up. Exhale and fold forwards, hinge from the hips. Inhaling, lifting the head and chest up. And then exhaling, hands onto the floor, step your left leg back. And step your right leg back into that plank pose. Lower the knees, release the feet and push the hips back into the heels, and then, as always, just grabbing onto the mat with the hands. Inhaling, expanding into your back. Exhaling, relaxing into your thighs. One more time like that, each side. So looking forwards. Tuck your toes, lift the hips up and back into your down dog. Maybe that feels a little bit easier now. And step your left foot forwards. And your right foot forwards. Breathing in, lift the head and chest up. Breathing out and fold forwards. Relax your head. And roll your way up. Last thing to come up is the head. Press the palms together, reach the arms up. And then exhale, fall forwards and hinge from the hips. Inhale, lift the head and chest up. Exhale, plant the hands, right leg goes back. Left leg goes back. Lower the knees, release the feet, and again, push those hips back into the heels. Grab onto the mat with the hands, get the stretch either side of the spine and the body. And looking forwards, come back onto the hands and then up into your downward facing dog. Relax the heels towards the floor. Looking forward, step your right foot inside your hands and your left foot inside the hands. Inhale, lift the head, chest up. And then exhale and fold. Start to roll your way up. Last thing to come up is the head. Press your palms together, lift the arms up. And then exhale, fold forwards, hinge from the hips. Okay, so last one. Inhale, lift the head, chest up. See if you can make that spine feel longer there. And then plant the hands, left leg back, right leg back. Lower the knees, sit back into your heels, gripping onto the mat with the hands. Feel that extension there. Inhale. And exhale. Looking forwards, come up onto all fours and bring your right knee to your right wrist, right foot towards the left wrist. And then we walk the back leg away and just settle into your pigeon pose. Feels like ages since I did a pigeon. So rest your forehead on your hands. You can have a little check back, make sure that left leg is in line with the mat. Push down to the top of that left foot to try and squeeze your right hip back. Inhale and exhale, relaxing into your right hip. Letting the breath help you to stay calm and focused. Good. Coming back up onto your hands. Tucking your back toes and then slotting your right foot next to your right thumb. And we lower the left knee to the floor. Yeah, keep your hands either side of the foot and try and draw your chest forwards here. Inhale and exhale. We'll take the right hand inside the right leg, heel toe the foot over to the right, and then turn the right foot onto its side. It's nice to get into that hip there, and then lower down onto your forearms. I usually like to just sway from side to side, but I'm going to try and stay in stillness here, just focusing on the breathing. Relaxing into the right hip. Coming back up onto the hands. And then you're going to take your right hand onto that right knee. As you exhale, bring the knee into the center, squeeze it in, and then take it all the way back out and sink back down. Okay, so try that a few times, bringing the knee into the center, rounding into the back, and then opening the knee and pressing back down. Last time, bring the knee into the center, squeeze it in, and then opening it out to the side. Take the right hand down, tuck your back toes, we'll lift the back knee, and then just let that right foot move to the back of the mat. Lower the knees to the floor, release the feet, sit the hips back into your heels. Notice the difference between each hip. Looking forwards, left knee to your left wrist, left foot towards the right wrist, pigeon on the other side. Definitely this left side needs this a little bit more than the right. So forearms come down, if that suits, maybe forehead down onto your hands. You can push down through the top of your right foot, as if you're drawing your right hip towards the left foot. And just relaxing into that left hip. And then we can come back up onto the hands. Tucking the back toes under. We'll slot that left foot inside the left thumb. And we'll lower the right knee to the floor. Now keep the knee just where it is. Keep the hands where they are. And draw the chest forwards. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Sinking into those hips. I'm going to take the left hand inside the left foot. Heel toe the foot over to the side of it. And then turn the left foot onto the side. Now you can stay here on the hands, that's good right there, or you can come onto your forearms. Again, I'm just going to try and stay in stillness and just let the breath be the movement today. Filling myself up as I breathe in and emptying myself as I breathe out. We'll come back up onto the hands. Press the left hand just inside that left leg. And then we'll squeeze the knee into the center, rounding into the back, and then press it back out to the side. And again, squeeze the knee into the center, rounding into the back, and then pushing it back out to the side. Last time, squeeze the knee into the center, and then press the leg out to the side. Good. Bring it right back. Hands either side, we tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and then front foot to the back. Lower the knees, sit back into your heels. Press into the hands, feel the stretch through your spine. Big breath in. Long breath in. Walk your hands over to the right. Go as far over as you can. Press your left hand on top of your right hand and then try and sink into the left side. Walking the hands all the way back to the center. Go as far over as you can, and again, now right hand on top of the left hand, and then try and lean into your right side. And then bringing the hands back to the center. Well done, guys. Take the hands back towards your feet and relax the forehead on the floor. Curl yourself into a small little ball. Inhaling, belly expands against the thighs. Exhaling. Well, reaching the hands back in front and then coming back up onto all fours. Tuck your toes and lift your hips up and back into your downward facing dog. Give everything a nice little wiggle there. Now we lift the right leg to the sky, bend the knee and open up the hip. And place your right foot inside your right thumb. Come up into your high lunge, lift your arms up, just feel the stretch there. And then ground your back heel, 45, find your warrior two. Flip the front palm, reach it forwards and take it back. Breathe into the side. And then big circle, right hand down. Big circle, left hand down. Pick the back heel up and then walk your right foot over to the right. We'll start to straighten that right leg. Inhale, draw the chest towards the toes. Exhale and fold over the leg. Rebend into your right leg, front foot to the back. Lower the knees, let the elbows brush the rib cage as you lower down. Roll through into that cobra up dog, just keeping it simple. And then lifting it up and back into your downward facing dog. Left leg lifts to the sky, bend the knee, open up the hip. And then bring the left foot inside your left thumb. Come up into that high lunge, lift the arms up. From here we can drop the back heel 45, adjust your front foot, spread the fingers apart. Flip front palm, reach it forwards and then take it back. Breathe into the side. Big circle, left hand down. Big circle, right arm up and over. Pick the heel up. Walk the left foot over to the left and then just work on straightening that left leg. Inhale, draw the chest forwards. Exhale and fold over the legs. Rebend into your left leg. Front foot moves to the back. Lower your knees to the floor and then let the elbows brush the rib cage as you lower down. Come through into that cobra up dog. And then meet me in your downward facing dog. Lower the knees to the floor. That's it. And now take your fingers to the corners of the mat and let your chest sink towards the floor, chin towards the floor. Your puppy pose. If that feels too intense for you, then you could put your elbows where your hands were, hands around the elbows and slide the elbows forwards. Okay, but if puppy pose is fine, go for puppy pose. Take one more breath here. And then carefully start to walk your way back. Come into an angry cat from here. Pushing down through the hands and rounding into your back, chin into the chest. And then coming back to neutral, sit your hips into your heels. Okay, so getting into a twist now. We've gone into the upper back, now into that twist. So right arm to the left. And then you're going to bend the arm so the palm goes up to the sky. Rest your head on the floor and put your left hand on top of your right hand into the twist here. Okay, you can have your knees slightly open. That might give you a little bit more space. Push down to the top hand. That might even make your head lift off the floor. Inhaling. And exhaling. Good, release. And then untwist, bring yourself back up. And we're just changing sides. Okay, so left arm underneath your body to the right. And then you bend your arm, palm facing the sky. Right hand on top of the left hand. And let your head rest on the floor. You're pushing down through the top hand into the bottom hand to enjoy that twist. And then release. Good. Coming back up, sitting down onto your heels now. And then coming up onto your knees. Tucking your toes under. You can pad up your knees if you need to, rolling up the mat a couple of times. You're going to take your hands behind your back. Fingers pointing down. Push down through those toes. Tuck the tail. Draw the shoulders back and then come into your camel pose. It might be easier if you place the right hand on the right heel, thumb on the inside, fingers on the outside, left hand on the left heel, again, thumb on inside, fingers on outside. Wherever you are, breathe into the belly, into the rib cage, into the chest. If there's no issues with your neck, let your head hang back. Lifting yourself back up, right hand up and left hand up. And then release your feet, bring your hands heart center. Start to lean back And then slowly lower your hips in between your heels, firing up those quads a little bit. Okay, so try and shuffle your hips in between your feet. If that hurts your knees, keep the heels under your bottom. Yeah, lift yourself up, lift yourself tall, and then fall forwards as a little bit of a deeper child's pose. Okay, so again, if it hurts those knees, then bring the heels underneath the hips like normal. Yeah, but if you're good here, hips pressing down into the floor. Inhale and exhale. Roll your way up. Okay, and wherever you are, you'll stay like this, or your bum is on your heels. Take your hands behind you, tuck under, try and get a little bit more length, maybe come onto your forearms. You might feel more comfortable to come all the way onto your back, but again, this isn't one that you want to be ripping out your knees for, so maybe here is just fine for you. So you choose where is good for you to go. One more breath. The challenge is sometimes to come back up. So that's lifting yourself back up as elegantly as you can. And then coming all the way up and back onto the knees. Okay, so we're going to try that one more time. Big breath in. Tuck the toes under, take the hands behind, maybe pushing the hips forwards, thighs forwards, drawing it back. Hands can be on your heels if you like, thumbs inside, fingers outside. Inhaling into the chest, into the belly. You can let your head go back if all feels well with your neck. And then bring yourself back up. So again, bring your hands heart center. You can release your feet. And then you're either sitting onto your heels or lowering down in between your heels. Inhale, lift the chest up. And then exhale, sit down, lower down into your child's pose, forehead down into the floor. So again, you might be in that normal child's pose shape, or you're, as we are with the hips in between the heels, as long as there's no issues with those knees. Take the hands behind you, tuck under to get more stretch through the quads, maybe forearms. If forearms is enough for you, you might be able to relax here, letting the head fall back. Yeah, if you've got no issues with your neck. If this is hell for you, you might have your heels right underneath your bottom and just be here. Or you might be laying down all the way onto your back. Yeah, just see what is going to suit you today. Breathing in and breathing out. The tough bit might be coming back up, so you can hold onto your feet and somehow get yourself back up. Yeah, and then folding forwards, reach the arms out in front. Lovely, guys, coming back up onto all fours. So how's those quads feeling now? How's that core and back feeling now? We'll take a few cat-cows, letting the belly drop, lift the head, chest up. And then exhale, round into the back, chin to chest. 2 more times. Inhale, draw the head, chest forwards. Push down through the feet to lift up. And then exhale, tucking the tail, rounding the back, pushing the mat away. Last time, inhale, draw the head, chest forwards, looking up. And then exhale, tucking the tail, rounding the back, chin to your chest. Now coming back to neutral, I'm going to slide that right knee back to the right wrist. And bring your right foot over to the left wrist, extend the back leg away. Okay, so we're going to fall on to the right leg. And you're going to bring this knee so it comes parallel to your left hip. And your left ankle is right below your left knee. Right foot is a diagonal or parallel to the top of the mat. Yes, you've got that 90-90 shape. Bring your hands just either side of the front leg. Inhale, try and lift the chest up. Push down through your right hip. And as you exhale, push down into this left knee and try and lift the left foot off the floor without getting cramp in your legs. And lower back down. Okay, and again, lifting that left foot up, squeezing the knee down, and then lower back down. Okay, last time, gonna lift the knee up, the foot up, sorry, squeeze the knee down, push into the outer right thigh, try and lift your left knee up. Yeah, now try and bring the knee so it lands on top of your right knee, so edges of the feet together. You're gonna then open up the knee and sit your hip onto the floor, just open up that leg there. And then bring the knee all the way back. Lift the leg up off that bottom leg and then take it all the way back. Good. You can lower the leg down, fingers inside the leg, lift yourself up and then exhale and fall forwards here. Yeah, so now you feel the stretch in the outer right hip, and if you push down in the left thigh, in the left ankle, in the left knee, you get a little bit of something there as well. Breathing slow and steady. Coming back up. Now play with this. Lift your arms forwards. You're going to keep the feet where they are, and you're going to lift your knees up. Swizzle on your bum, and then go to the other side. Yeah. But before we go into this side, lift your knees back up, and then let them go all the way back to where we came from. Okay, so rock forwards and back through that a few times. Use your hands on the floor if you need to. Yeah, make any adjustments that you need to make. Keep those knees wide apart. And last time, we will land then with the left leg forwards and right leg back. Okay, so I've moved off my mat so you can shuffle yourself back on the mat if you did as well. Top leg parallel to the top, and other knee in line with that hip, ankle in line with the knee. Hands just inside the leg. Inhale, lift yourself up. And then exhale, push down through the left knee, try and lift the foot off the floor. And then lower down. And again, lifting the foot up, squeeze down through the knee. And then lower back down. Last time, push down through the knee, lift the foot up. Now you're going to try and lift that knee up off the floor, bringing it parallel, definitely more challenging on this side. And then scoop the knees to meet, bring the edges of the feet together. Then you're going to open up the knee, sit your right sitting bone onto the mat, open up that knee. And then lift it back up. Squeeze the knee on top of the bottom knee, lift the leg, and then take it all the way back where you came from. Controlled, steady, I said everything strong. Hands just either side of that front leg, lift yourself up, and then exhale and fall forwards. Enjoy the stretch now on this left side. Breath flowing in and out through your nose, helping you to relax. Just taking a different dynamic this evening, or whenever you're doing this. Just nice and slow. Take one more breath here, always the left side needing that little bit more attention. And then bringing yourself back up, well done. So keeping those knees wide, keeping the feet where they are. Reach your hands forward. You can also use your hands on the floor. You can try and lift those knees up. And then just transfer to the other side. And again, lifting the knees up. And then transfer into the other side. Just try that 2 more times. Knees up. Transfer. Good, last time, knees up. And then transfer. So let's take this right leg all the way across the left leg. So now we're into like a little twist, Uttanasana. Toes in line with the knees. Take the left arm around your right knee, right fingertips behind you into your twist. So for today, see if you can go a little bit further. We're going to slide the left arm outside of that right leg now. Put the fingertips onto the floor and then try and twist from there. And we have been playing with binds this week, so if you wanted to try, you could take your left hand in between the leg and around to the outside, right fingers around the back to catch hold of the fingers, and then try and twist from there. Okay, it might not be possible just yet, but you could try, aim for it. Take note of where you're at right now, and let's see what happens in a month or so. Good, guys, well done. Release, come back to the center. So now notice where your legs are, and what we're going to try and do is bring this right foot across and on the outside of your left thigh. Now, if that doesn't suit, then just stay here. Yeah, so if it feels like, oh, my knees are gonna pop out, then don't do it. And if you can't quite get the knees on top, you can try coming onto your hands and then swizzling them on top of each other and then sitting back down. Okay. Inhale, lift the head, chest up, and then exhale and fold forward. So it's quite a big one, it's quite a big hip stretch. Don't forget, just place this foot flat on the floor if you need to. Inhale. And exhale, press the sitting bones down into the mat. It's nice if we can get into these hips, help us to relax into the next part of your day a little bit. One more breath. And then carefully bring yourself back up. Get a little bit of a brain teaser. Release the feet, just keep them where they are. You're going to rock up onto your left shin. Tucking the back toes under, lift the back knee, and then follow. Go around towards the left side. Keep your feet where they are, and then keep turning, keep turning, keep turning, keep turning, keeping those feet where you are, and then sitting down back onto the mat. Now you've got the other leg in front, hopefully. Okay, so have your toes in line with that knee. And then we'll take your right arm around the left leg, left fingertips behind you into this twist. Yeah, and if that didn't make any sense and you got lost, just come into this shape. Inhaling. And exhaling to twist. If you wanted to go a bit further, right arm outside of the right leg, right fingertips to the floor, and then try and twist from there. Okay. Now if you wanted to go further again, that right hand tries to go through the hole in the leg, and left hand around the back to catch hold of the fingers. Yeah, and if you catch hold of the fingers, push the leg into the arm to help you twist. Breathing in and out. Lovely, and release. Good, come back to the center. All right, so same thing now. If it was painful on your knees or just didn't sit right with you, keep your foot as it is. Otherwise, wrap the left foot around the outer right thigh there. You can lift yourself up, squeeze those knees in together, and then sit back down. Inhale, lift the chest up, and then exhale again, fall forwards. Relax into it. Now you'll be feeling it more in that left hip. You could use your hands to push your sitting bones back into the mat there. Enjoy this little moment. Deep, deep stretch within your hips. Lovely, and then start to come back up. So we're going to swing this left leg all the way to the back into your pigeon pose again. And then you got your fingertips on the floor, lift the chest up. See if you can push down to the back leg and feel the upper body leaning back. And then lower yourself all the way down. So a few breaths here. I want you to know that you've done a little bit of work on your hips. Play on bringing your front leg more parallel to the top of the mat. Yeah, and if it hurts your knees, bring the heel back to your pelvis. And hold it here, wherever feels good, breathing in and breathing out. Yes, hopefully you're getting a little bit deeper into that one now. And then we're going to do a twist from here. Your right elbow is going to rest on that right foot. Yeah, it might not reach the foot, so you just put the elbow on the floor. Lay down, head to the side, press your palms together, come into the twist there. Yeah, but it might be that your heel is closer to your pelvis, so that's fine. Just into the twist here like this. Inhale and exhale. Good, release, coming back up. And we are going to take the twist the other way now. So left arm underneath your body to the right. Press your palms together. Rest your head on the floor. Push down to the back foot. And then enjoy that twist. Good, and twist. Come back to the center. Now just a little bit of fun here. Bending in the back leg. See if you can catch hold of the foot. And then with the other hand, catch hold of the foot. Squeeze the forehead to the floor and squeeze the heel into the bottom. Good, releasing the back leg. Hands down, tuck your back toes, we'll slide the right leg back. You might want to take that right leg up to the sky now, bend the knee, open up the hip, draw a few circles with that right leg. And then we'll lower the right foot, left knee to your left wrist, left foot towards the right wrist. Let's see how that feels. Now, if you feel like that you're not going to hurt this knee, and you can bring your foot more parallel to the top of the mat, go for it. And then take a little moment in your pigeon pose, just exploring how that feels and really addressing the knee. Yeah, so making sure that knee is safe. Definitely helps to flex the foot, drawing the toes towards the knee so you protect it. Take one more breath like this. And we'll come back up into that twist now. Left elbow comes onto the foot. And if the foot isn't anywhere near there, just put the elbow on the floor. Press your palms together, relax into the twist. And you can also do this without pressing the palms together. That's slightly easier. But yeah, just explore what's possible for you. And then release, bring yourself right back up. And of course, we're going to twist the other way. Right arm underneath the body towards the left side. Press your palms together and again relaxing into that twist. You can not do your hands if you want, just have the arms out in front. Good. And then releasing that, bring yourself back up. Good. And you're going to swing this right leg all the way back to the front. Bring the soles of the feet together now, knees open. Inhale, lift yourself up, and then exhale, fold it forwards. I just knocked myself out with my toes then. Didn't realize I was getting close to my toes. Breathing in, chest forwards, and breathing out. The pose I've been waiting for the whole class. It's time to roll your way back up. Catch hold of a block or a pillow. Yeah, so whatever you've got. Maybe you haven't got anything and that's fine. You can just do it without. But feet flat. Squeeze your hips to your heels, lower down onto your back. Okay, now you're going to lift your hips up and you're going to slide the block underneath your sacrum, just on that long edge there. And then just try and find a place where you can be comfortable. So you might, for me, it's nice if I open my feet wide and then let my knees press together. They don't actually touch, but it seems to be a place where I don't have to use any muscles to be here. Palms faced up, down by your side, shoulders drawing away from the ears. And just let everything relax. Let your face relax, let your jaw relax. Let your back relax, let your belly relax, feet relax. And just take maybe 4 or 5 breaths here. Get the feeling of surrendering. I give up. I let go. One more breath. And if your feet are wide, heel toe the feet together a little. Lift the hips up to the sky. And then lower your spine down. Hug your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms over the shins and then squeeze them in tight. Give the back a little bit of a massage. And then you can extend the feet to the corners of the mat, legs straight, arms above your head if that feels good. Let your elbows rest on the floor wherever you are. Big full breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. And breathing in, belly, body expands. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Last time, breathing in. Exhale, let it go. Last few moments of stillness. You know you can stay there as long as you like. But if there's still things that you need to do, then you can start to breathe a little bit deeper. Wiggle fingers and wiggle toes. Reaching your arms above the head, do that lovely full body stretch. And then roll to the right hand side, fetal shape. Keep your eyes closed and come up to seated to face the front. And then bring your palms together, thumbs into your chest bone. So just thinking about how you feel right now. Is it essential that you keep pushing yourself throughout the rest of the day? Or is there a possibility that you could just decide to rest? Maybe you're full of beans today and ready to continue with whatever you're doing. But it's just trying to be truthful with yourself, listening to your body, and doing whatever's needed next. Big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. Namaste. Or whenever you're doing this class, I hope it gives you something. A moment to stop, slow down. Let me know if you need anything at all.